Hey YouTube, this is Scarecrow Kaiser. What's up? I'm gonna do my 7Cs build today. So, yeah, you guys haven't seen me in a while, like a couple months, I believe. Not since just before Philly, ARG. We'll talk about that somewhere else. But yeah, I've had a lot of things going on. My daughter was born. She's like 3 weeks old now. I got another job at working like 50 hours a week. That's why you guys haven't seen a lot of me lately. But so, getting to what the point of this video is, this is going to be my pre-set 9 or sorry, set 8. My preset 8 deck profile on my 7Cs. I've played this deck since I got it, probably like in 3 tournaments, I think it is. Yeah, 3. I've only ever lost 1 game in those 3 tournaments. That was in time, which was really unfortunate. He just had enough shield so that I couldn't actually get that 1 damage in and take the lead, but whatever. So, getting started. For my starter, we got Peter the Ghosty. He works really well in the 7Cs deck. Throws some cards in the drop zone, which is obviously a resource to you, and then replaces himself by drawing, as well as it moves to the soul, which is food for your other plays. So, really like this card. I'm running a second starter, Undying Departed. I don't think I've ever actually used it as my starter. I just have it in the deck so I can dump it with like Obadiah or someone else, and then revive it from that point on to help manage my resources by unflipping damage. For the rest of the zeros, we've got $12 crits, and 4 heals. The stand trigger, the hollow one, that one's pretty cool. But I found I don't like playing it because, while its effect is cool, and unless the situation is really specific in terms of what I can do, I don't get to use it a lot. So I'd rather just have 12 crits and consistently be like critting people and having the chance to double crit them and stuff. So for the grade 1s, 4 Water Spout, our damage unflipper, because you counterblast a lot in this deck and you need the damage. 4 Ghosty Brothers for striding. 3 Dancing Cutlass. This card is like amazing. It's super good in here. I almost want to play 4, but at 3 I draw it consistently enough that it works the way I want it to. I don't really want to ride it. I don't care that much if I have to ride it, but at 3 it's working pretty well. I may some point try to play 4, but my last grade 1 is I play 2 Nightcrow. He's a pretty useful card. He's not super required for the deck to work the way it wants to, but it's kind of cool being able to turn Cutlass into him, or whatever you revive. If you don't get to, you can revive something off of Obadiah and revive him. So that's it for the grade 1s. For the 2s, got 4 Slade Slash, the MVP of the deck. You could get away with less. I used to run 3, now I run 4, just so I can dump it off of my mills and stuff faster. And if I don't have to pitch it for Obadiah, that's all the more better to me. I used to run actually a Skeleton Cannoneer, but I hardly ever used it, so I cut it and put in a 4th one. Then we got 3 Necrorook, our big heavy hitter, and 4 Rune Shade. This card is excellent early game, super excellent. Being able to hit for 11 mill cards, put stuff in your drop zone that you need. If you've drawn like one or two more triggers, you don't think there's probably good odds of there being a trigger on your deck, you can use it to mill, get yourself closer to one. I like the card a lot. And for the grade 3s, we got 4 Night Mist or Break Ride and 4 Plagadon. In my opinion of this deck, the real kill play of the deck is Break Ride combo off these two, reviving Necro Rooks and then attacking and reviving your Shade Slashes. There's lots of cool plays you can do involving Plagadon in this, like so many cool things. You can like do things like Break Ride over a Break Ride, revive some things, Stride, like there's so many cool plays this deck can do. It's pretty fun to play. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I really want to say. This deck is pretty a standard build, slightly different in a couple ratios, but it's not that shocking. For my G zone, we've got 2 Night Rose. I hardly ever use her, but she's there. I've used her a couple times. I wouldn't play more than 2. She's, as I said, you don't utilize her a ton. For Night Mist, he's like the card you stride for like 70% of the time. He's a really good card. 1 Obadiah. Obadiah gets used a lot. He's one of the most important grade 4s in this clan. I'd probably say like 50-60% of the time he's my first stride, just to set up all my plays, if I haven't just gotten them the way I wanted to anyway. And then I can use them to revive, like sometimes you can revive Tommy Burrs, but most of the time if I like drew Cutlass turn 2 and Soul Blasted Peter, I can revive Peter, and then that's pretty cool. 1 Bandit Rum. Don't use that a lot, but it's a pretty intimidating on-hit skill, so I just have it in there. If like I don't have Counterblast or whatever I need for a certain play or whatever, I've used them sometimes. 1 Sea Breeze, because I don't really need to explain this card now, we all understand it. Then for my last of my Giants, I play 3 Blizzas. Those of you who know me know I love putting Blizzas in my deck, and it's always the same reason. It's for Link Joker. Sometimes you could say make Connie, but it's mostly for Link Joker. This deck, if it can't use its rear guards, its Vanguards, the Vanguards in this deck don't particularly do a whole lot by themselves. You can't really utilize your rear guard, you can't do a lot. So I'm running 3s, might be excessive, you could probably do 2, but I'm running 3 just because I like to put on all that pressure with a big ass hyper beam, and I run 12 crits. For my G zone, I play 2 Corpse and 2 Screw. It's pretty standard. As far as like the set 8 stuff, really the only thing I think I'm going to change about my G zone lineup is going to be this chick. She's probably going to be the only thing I'll change, really, so might as well get 2 things done at once. She's not that fantastic, she's okay, but she's there. The new Stride, I don't think he's particularly good in this deck because I run Cutlass. I don't really have a lot of soul. I'm usually soul blasting it a lot, so yeah, I don't think I'm going to run him in here. And none of the other things are particularly that impressive to me either, but we'll see. So that's it for this deck profile. Thank you for watching.